Let me start off by saying that the Ayer Library is holding a meeting, and I don't think it's really a public hearing, but it's an open meeting. Is being held virtually in accordance with the governor's executive order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, general laws, chapter 30A, section 20. Interested individuals can listen in and participate by phone and/or online by following the link and the phone number above. Well, the phone number would be 978-772-8250. I think it's on the agenda. Persons with disabilities or requiring interpretation wishing to listen or participate to contact Mr. Tim Silver, the director of the library, at 978-772-8250 in advance, and we'll try to make the most reasonable accommodation as we can. All right, so has anybody else joined the meeting just in the last couple of seconds?
There's a phone, 978-877-011. Is that you, Sharon?
Yes, that's me.
Oh, okay, great. Sharon Solaski's with us, not via video, but via telephone. Thank you very much for calling in. And, I really appreciate that. And I hope you get to see your granddaughter's soccer match. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So I guess we'll call the meeting to order. We dispense with all those things. Anytime there's a vote, I'm going to have to do a roll call with everybody, okay? Thank you. And let's see, the first item of the agenda, I guess, would be to accept the agenda. Has everybody seen the agenda?
Yep.
Yes, I have.
All right. Oh, Miss Liddy, you on there? Are you on?
I don't see her.
Oh, okay. Well,
We'll have to do her later, Bob.
yeah. All right. Well,
actually, she doesn't have to be here for us to vote, does she?
No, not really. I mean, she's still pretty interested, I'm sure. I just talked to her recently. All right, so the acceptance of the agenda. Do I hear a motion to accept the agenda?
I so move.
Sharon Solaski moves. Any second?
Deborah seconds. Oh.
Deborah Clancy seconds. That's what I saw. All those in favor? Aye. We'll do a roll call.
Aye.
Bob Gardner, Sharon Solaski, Deborah Phelps Clancy.
Aye.
Becky Campana.
Aye.
And thank you, Becky, for being here. And who else was the fifth person? I don't have all the participants listed.
Cindy Lavin.
Cindy Lavin, yeah, I'm sorry. Cindy Lavin, who does the dutiful minutes. Thank you. Cindy, you vote yes to accept the agenda? Cindy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, Cindy, you got that picture of that doll. That's you? I don't know. All right, so
Picture of what?
Well, announcements. I guess the first announcement I would say is the Friends of the Library postponed their book sale from this coming Saturday to the following Saturday because of the forecast of inclement weather. Just for everybody's interest. Any public comments? Anybody? Anybody from the public here? Is Laurie Sable with us?
I think the Friends are having a meeting tonight also.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, they're not?
They are. No, they are. They're meeting right now.
Yeah,
That's what I
right. They are meeting. Yes, thank you. All right. So no public comments. No comments from the public. Now the next board member appointments. Becky Campana. Do I hear a motion to move Becky from an elected member to a lifetime member?
I so move. Sharon.
Sharon Solaski moves. Any second?
I second.
Sue Kennedy seconds. Okay, all those in favor say aye. Do a roll call vote. Bob Gardner, aye. Sharon Solaski,
Aye.
aye. Cindy Lavender? Lavender?
I,
Okay.
Lavin, just Lavin, I.
Lavender, I'm sorry, yes.
11 sounds good.
All right, Debbie Fowles Clancy.
Aye.
All right, and Sue Kennedy, aye.
Aye.
All right, so it's a unanimous vote, no opposition. All right, so Becky, and I guess I didn't ask you to vote. I assume you would have voted for yourself, but I'll just say you abstained. Thank you. You're now a lifetime member.
Congratulations, Beck.
Thank you very much.
Wants to vote.
It means we have another opening. Okay, now, Miss Joseph, has she joined us yet?
No,
All right. Well, I know she was interested. Tim, did you send her out a copy of the notice and everything, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Maybe she's having some difficulty getting on. Well, she's very interested. I talked to her in person. I stopped by her house on Washington Street a while back. She was out in the yard working. Her yard work is excellent, by the way. And I see no, really. I mean, she's got grass that looks like it's at a golf course.
nice.
And I see she's got some construction going on in the front porch as I drove by the other day. She's going to think I'm stalking her. I'm not, just having to look over. So that might be why she's not here. But do I hear a motion to appoint Ms. Joseph as a member of the board of the libraries?
Should we, excuse me, should we not wait until she's here? I don't want to appoint somebody that isn't here.
All right, well, we can forego that. We'll postpone it to later. All right, so old business director.
I don't know, I mean, do you know for sure she wants, do you know for sure she wants to do this? I'm just very hesitant about voting for somebody when they're not here to say yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And probably we should let it lay. I mean, if I hadn't talked to her face to face and us on the phone a few times, and she's always expressed a lot of interest, and she's told me her background in detail. She works in the Boston University pathology department, but she does a lot of.
I mean, that's good.
Excuse me?
That's all good. That's all good. Nothing against her.
No.
I don't want to vote for somebody who's not here to say, yes, I really want to do this.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not trying to.
If I'm the only one that feels,
No, I agree with you, Cindy, and it makes sense. You know, maybe she's had a change of heart, or maybe something just has come up, or maybe she's having some difficulty on like I do. But no, let's postpone it and wait and see what happens if she appears later in the meeting or not. That's fine too.
yeah,
Okay, so-
we can come back to it. We can come back.
Yeah, no, we'll just bypass that since she's not here. No, I agree with you. It makes eminent sense. I guess I skipped the review of fiscal year 21 calendar of board meetings. I apologize. My eyes jumped over that.
Yeah, Bob, I can take that because I just want to run this by everybody. I believe we have 2 more meetings on the schedule for November and December because we did schedule a bunch of them a couple of months ago. But I believe, and I will double check and confirm this, but the next 2 meetings are, I believe, November 12th and December 10th.
So they're the second Thursdays
Yes.
instead of the third?
Yes,
Okay.
because I believe there was a conflict with the 3rd Thursdays on those other dates. So
Can you repeat those dates, Tim?
November 12th
Yep.
and December 10th.
Thank you.
And I will confirm this with everybody. I'll confirm it, make sure that that's what Town Hall has, and then I will confirm that with the board. But beyond December, we hadn't set any, we hadn't scheduled anything, and I just wanted to know if the 3rd Thursday continues to work for everybody. I will, I can talk with Carly and Cindy Knox about scheduling, meetings, at least setting the dates through the winter months on the third Thursdays, or as many of them as we can get. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, any discussion? Anybody have any opposition or questions or whatever?
I just have one thing. The third week of like February and April are just kind of difficult for me with vacation.
Vacation.
I could try to Zoom in. I don't, who knows what the world's going to look like. So to me personally, the second would be preferable. But if the third works for everybody else, then stick with the third.
Can I just recommend that we do the third Thursday, but in February and April, or the months that Becky can't come, we do it the second Thursday? Yes, no, anybody?
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine with me.
All right.
Becky,
Let
if
me.
you're away with your family, we don't want you to have to zoom in on vacation.
All right. Let me get in touch with Carly and see if we can schedule, at least through the rest of the. I'll see if we can just get something on the calendar for the rest of the fiscal year. So, through June of 2021. So it'll be January through June, and I'll try to do the third Thursday, except for February and April.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tim.
All right.
That sounds great.
Yep.
I know the last year we did meet around Christmas, but since we're only meeting about an hour and 10 minutes each time, I think it is important that we be able to meet in November and December, even though it's the holiday season. Is that okay with everybody?
We'll have to talk about the operating budget over the next two meetings, the fiscal year 22 operating budget.
Really?
Because
Okay.
I got some information this week about sort of just deadlines for that.
All right. So I guess the calendar of board meetings doesn't require a vote, but Tim, you got a pretty good understanding of where we want to go.
Yep.
So the next one is directors' annual evaluation, discussion of process and timing. Let me just start by saying, did everybody get my email that I sent out about 3 or 4 o'clock? Well, it wasn't 4 o'clock, it was at a week.
Great.
But at 3 o'clock. And, I want to publicly apologize. When I talked to the AG's office the first time, I was probably very concerned about the board complying with the open meeting law. And I had the misunderstanding that we weren't supposed to show it to anybody. But I think what I heard was from the Assistant Attorney General who I talked to, and I've got their names outlined in the email. She meant none of the other board members. So, but I just want to state publicly for Tim, and I wasn't trying to blindside you. That word is my word, not your word. And, I give you my word that we would operate somewhat differently, at least make sure you get a chance to look at the next evaluation. And I know we were talking about doing that in springtime, I guess, before the annual town meeting, which is fine with me. And again, not to repeat Becky, but Becky's right. God knows what the world's going to look like then. Maybe we'll still be doing these Zoom videos and whatever. Maybe be a little bit more.
Thanks, Bob. I'll just say I will apologize because I had intended to kind of pull up an updated draft of the just the annual calendar, and I don't have that ready for this meeting, so I apologize to everybody. So at least in terms of scheduling that next evaluation, I think we'll have to wait until another meeting at this point.
That's fine. Hey, did we just have somebody join us?
Yes, Lindiana Joseph just joined us.
Oh.
Hey, don't tell me you had some problems with the technology.
I don't think she can hear us yet.
I'll try and get that back.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to, or there's.
Yeah. In the midst of connection.
Well, I can sympathize with all that. And to say, Cindy, I appreciate your due diligence and your sending me your email and about the open meeting law and the process. as it relates to evaluation. Thank you
I
very much.
found exactly the same thing when I talked to one of the attorneys there, that
Mhm.
their concern is that we don't share the results. I'm not a member of the board. He can have it a day or two ahead. He just can't talk to any of us about it. And I know that we can get his assurance that he won't, and then it'll be fine. And I think it'll be good because it'll just give him a chance to prepare. And if there are things that are, he is, think of those questions. If there's something that he finds that he is puzzled by or doesn't agree with or whatever, it'll give him a chance to just collect his thoughts. That's really all I aim for. So I'm glad you got the same results I did, even though we talked to two different attorneys.
Well, I
My
must
question too is because it seems like then we're going to be the ones in the dark, and it's going to be hard to have a conversation if the person receiving the review has the information and we're being surprised. What if we tried something like at the end of the meeting, giving the results, and then we wait to the next meeting to have a discussion, and then we're all on a level playing field?
Well, the only thing I would say, Susan, is the open meeting law is very complicated, and the assistant attorney general I talked to the most recently did say that logistically it's going to be very difficult to do, because but what they consider as communication is, if like if I were to send my draft to you or everybody else or anybody else, that would be a publication, and that's similar to a communication. So I mean, maybe we can get them to put something in writing, step by step, A to B, B to C, C to D, just to see what they are recommending.
Well, we publish it at the end of the meeting and not discuss it for the next meeting.
Yeah.
Well, I think we have to discuss it when it first comes out, but we could revisit it the next meeting. I don't know whether that would.
I'm not opposed to that. I mean, she did give me a case citation, but I haven't had a chance to pull it up and read it yet. But we're not the only board that probably does evaluations. Would like some guidance and whatever. I guess my only point is, we don't have to agree on it tonight, do we? Because we've said November, December, and then we're into next year. So
no, we don't.
we got a ways to go.
I think the important point is that we all agree that Tim gets it in advance next time.
Yeah.
And that's the important point. And let's move on now, because we only have an hour.
Yeah. That's Sue, is that okay with you?
Good point.
Excuse me? So
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All right, so the next one is nonprofit status update. Yeah.
Since we have Miss Johnson on, shall we go back to
It's Joseph.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, Lindiana.
Hi,
Welcome.
Deborah.
Welcome.
Thank you. I missed the link. I didn't see it. Sue helped me with that today.
Okay,
So
great.
as long as you didn't expect any help from me with the technology, that's fine. All right, so Miss Joseph, you're still interested in joining, and you just kind of bumped into a bump in the road here to get on time, right?
Yes. So, I totally missed the link in the email, but Sue was gracious to redirect me to it.
No, that's fine. I figured you were having as I know all too well, some technological problems. Sorry about that.
Well, I kind of figured that because I missed it too the first time. it would be really great to get an email with the subject Zoom meeting link or meeting, something
Okay.
All
specific.
right, I will endeavor to highlight that in future emails so that it's clear
Yes.
when the link is included.
All right, thank you, Tim.
Mhm.
So, all right, let's move on to Ms. Joseph. All right, so Ms. Joseph is interested in becoming a member of the library board, and she's a lot smarter than I am when it comes to technological achievements. Probably she's everything else too. But does anybody have any questions for Ms. Joseph?
Are you still interested in becoming an Ayer trustee?
Absolutely, yes.
All right, let's go for the vote, Bob.
Okay, do I hear a motion to
Wait, I
accept?
got a question.
Go ahead, somebody's got a
I have a
question.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do have, Cindy. I have a question.
go ahead, Cindy.
What first name do you want us to call you?
Lindy.
Lindy?
Lindy.
Lindy?
Lindy.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Because I've heard 3 versions now, and I figured you're the one who ought to tell us. Thank you.
Less syllables.
I would love,
Okay,
I would love to move that we accept Lindy as a
as a trustee to stand for until the next town election, is that correct, Cindy?
Cindy,
Yes.
your connection is going in and out.
yes.
So I will move that
Is it? I'm sorry. Okay,
It's
so
not your fault.
I just
Again,
Okay.
I'm going to make the motion that we have Lindy join us as a trustee. And
I second.
Okay, so motion made by Deborah, seconded by Becky. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor, I'll do a roll call vote. Bob Gardner says aye. Becky Campana.
Aye.
All right, Sue Kennedy.
I,
Deborah Faust Clancy.
Aye.
Sharon Solowski. Sharon, you still with us?
She's not. She's still there.
Okay.
Ben
All right,
stepped
well,
away.
okay, well, just say she abstains, then I didn't hear an aye. Did anybody hear a response?
You didn't call
Aye.
Cindy yet.
She just said aye.
Okay, Sharon, yeah, and then Cindy Lavin. Sorry about butchering the last name. Okay, all right, so I think that's all the members that we have tonight present and voting. No abstentions, no declinations or nay votes. Okay, welcome aboard, Miss Joseph.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Looking
Yeah.
forward.
All right, and if you want, I'm going to volunteer to talk to Tim Silva, the director, and he can get you some material and a booklet and things like that. Okay.
Correct. He forwarded me some files to look at.
Okay. All right. There'll be a test next week. No, I'm only kidding.
does she need to get sworn in down at town hall?
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you have to make an appointment to go down. Thank you, Sue. I have to make an appointment to go down and see the town clerk with COVID. I don't know, maybe she'll have to come out and squeeze you in out in the parking lot or out in the little the monument garden, I think they call that. But yes, call Sue Copeland and tell her you've been you need to be sworn in as a library member.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I was just going to say, Bob, I think what we should do is, maybe Cindy can forward a copy of the sort of the draft minutes from this meeting to Sue Copeland, just to, notify her that the vote took place and, Lindy has been appointed, and then, we can go ahead, she can go ahead and make the arrangements to get sworn in. I know they're starting early voting Saturday, so I'm not sure what they're going to be able to. I mean, I'm sure it can be arranged, but it may be a little complicated because early voting is starting Saturday, and they're going to be doing it 7 days a week, I think, through the 30th of the month. So, but it's certainly worth reaching out to Sue Copeland to find out how to go about getting sworn in.
Okay, thank you very much.
I was reminded that, hi, can you guys hear me? Am
Yep.
I on?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm cutting in and out. I'm sorry. I was reminded that unfortunately, Lindy cannot vote on anything tonight until she's actually sworn in. We've
Okay.
always sort of unofficially done that as soon as we vote somebody in, but officially no, not until after the swearing in. So that's really important to get that done before the next meeting, if we can.
Okay.
Yeah, Cindy, that's an excellent point. Thank you for reminding me. That's an excellent point. Because we wouldn't want any, particularly with the roll call vote.
I don't like it, but you know.
Well, there's a lot of things about technology and about the law that I don't like. But all right, so let's see. We're back to the next item in there is nonprofit status. I hate to sound like I'm rushing everybody, but I'm trying to respect Cindy Knox. What this is to know, and this isn't meant to be critical of Cindy or Ms. Knox or anything at all. We're very happy and lucky to have her. Nonprofit status update. Does anybody want to give us an update? Sue, you want to give us an update?
Cindy Thomas sent me some more questions on must have been Monday morning, and I got the answers back to her, and we've set up an appointment to discuss some issues next Tuesday morning. In the meantime, somebody suggested that possibly the town could also, we could use their tax ID number as an umbrella, and we do it similar to what we had talked about last year with another nonprofit, except this would be free. So I asked her to give a brief outline in writing, and I forwarded it to everyone. I'm not sure if anybody has any questions, because I think we could do it either way. One of the things I talked with Cindy Thomas that I'm still really confused, and I kind of hope to have a chance to talk to Lindy, is how to account for our assets on all the IRS forms, because I think we actually own the building, the land, and the contents. And I mean, it can be done. It's just kind of another headache. But my best guess would be that the town would have it insured and would have probably some figure that they figured everything was worth. But so I've got the appointment with Cindy, and I'm willing to go either way, whatever the board likes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sue. I was going to bring this up on the new business, but I'll bring it up now because it's probably germane. Tim Silver was kind enough to give me copies of some letters from some lawyers, Lenny Kopelman and Judy Pickett, back in the 1996-97 time frame, in which at that point that was under the old administration with Mary Ann Luke as the director, and she engaged the services of Lenny Kopelman, who interestingly enough is the K in K&P, which is the town council now for the town of Ayer. So anyway, he was representing the library, and Judy Pickett was representing the town. It was right after I had ceased being town council. I resigned, but in any event, I read over the letters. I haven't had a chance to really digest them. I just got them yesterday, and it's my fault, not anybody else's. But I haven't, spent more time with them. But you know, there is the potential for us maybe trying to utilize some of the town via proper, and I say proper only in the sense of like town hall, let's call it, you know, advantages. And that's something that I think would be worthy of a much further discussion as time goes on. And kind of piggyback on what Sue Kennedy had said, that you know, there is that possibility, and we did use the nonprofit status. We bought those plates from that fellow up in New Hampshire that the ancestor to I think it was Ralph Richardson and Alfred Richardson's father had taken back at the turn of the last century. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on that and digress too much tonight, but I just wanted to say that that is a possibility. Any questions or any comments?
I just had one comment, and that's, I already expressed to Sue. I'm just worried about if somebody wants to give the library a donation or a legacy donation, like remember the library in their will.
Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, are we gonna, well, we don't know this yet, so we're still waiting to find out. But the question was, how do we give them a tax write-off if we don't have our own tax status? You know, if we're going to use the town's tax status, is the town is not a 501(c)(3), are they? Or are they?
It's a nonprofit. I don't know if it's 501(c)(3), but you know, if you make a gift to a municipality, it's a tax deduction.
Yeah.
Well, it's eligible for it. I'm not saying it definitely is. But I mean, that's something we can discuss it further. I mean, I don't feel qualified to render a tax opinion tonight or any other night, but
I think Deborah sent the email asking that question. I think she answered. I thought she answered also in the affirmative that being under their umbrella, we could use their tax ID for write-offs.
Okay, I didn't get that, but I thought she said she was going to write back some more, but okay. That's Barbara. What's her last name?
Barbara Tierney.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's the treasurer.
yeah,
If we're going to seriously look into this, we might invite her to the next meeting.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's said to me in the past that she'd be happy to provide, you know, additional information about this subject. So yeah, if you like, I can extend an invitation, or Sue, if you want to. I know you've had some contact with her recently. If you wanted to extend an invitation to her, either way.
She doesn't have anything better to do with her evenings.
yeah. So, you think that's a good question to also ask the CPA also? I don't want to get into a contest.
I could try. I talked to her yesterday. We set up the appointment, and then she said she's got deadlines for personal taxes. So
Yeah.
you know, I could give it a try, but those kinds of things I think are important because you can ask a question, but often the answer leads to other questions, and so it's nice.
No, that's what I was thinking of. So, all right. Well, why don't we say maybe you know, Tim, we can put that on the next agenda.
Okay. I'll ask both.
You don't have to invite Miss Tierney tonight. But.
And if Lindy would like to come to the meeting, it's in Devon's Tuesday, 10 a.m.
Next to,
CPA's office?
Yes.
okay. I'll put that on my schedule.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
Building is the
Yes.
Devon Museum.
I'll send you the address later.
Okay, anything else about nonprofit status?
No, but I just have I have a question for Tim, and there's no time, really doesn't fit anywhere in the agenda. So I'm just going to ask, I hope it's okay.
Go ahead.
It just occurred to me, remember we got that, I'm trying to find out if our paintings have been insured yet. I know we got the the appraisal. And
Yeah.
then we ran it by the town. I forget, I'm sort of lost where the status is. I think we still need to get that paid for by, put in the budget.
Yeah, I mean, I can follow up with Carly and just see. I mean, my assumption was that we were going to be billed whenever that insurance payment was due. But I can check with Carly to find out, what the situation is there. If there's, if it happens at a certain time of year, I'm not sure, but I'll follow up with Carly and find out.
That'd be great. It just occurred to me, like, whatever happened with that? Are we covered or not covered? So thank you, Tim. Appreciate it.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. I just had to step away and get a bottle of water, but thank you. Okay, so all set to move on to strategic plan update.
Sure.
Tim, maybe you can give us an update of where we're going.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't have I don't have a lot of progress to report at this point, because we've just been I've been working on getting the state ARIS report done this month. I have the financial bit of it is being submitted tomorrow. Bob, I'll need to get another signature from you, if at all possible tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I can be there. I gotta go out of town at 10 o'clock in the morning, but I'll be around in the afternoon.
Okay. And then
What time? I mean, I gotta go to Winchington tomorrow morning. It's about an hour away. What time do you get in the morning?
well, I usually get in around 10, but we can do it in the afternoon. Actually, I actually have to be home for a little bit in the morning because I have a contractor coming in, but.
Yeah, no problem. All right, I'll plan on tomorrow afternoon. I'll give you a call from the road and let you know where I am.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so I don't have anything new to report on the strategic plan this month.
Are we going to be having a committee meeting anytime in the near future? This is Sharon.
In the near future, it's I guess I'm thinking that it's going to happen after the probably after it'll have to wait till after the December meeting, because the next for the next month or so, I'm going to need to be working on the operating budget draft for the next fiscal year. And we are still in the process of trying to adapt our operation for the potential of, opening up for computer use. But there's a few things that need to be taken care of before that happens. So,
Tim, can we carve, this is Bob, can we carve out like a couple of hours in the next couple of months, maybe just have, an introductory meeting? I'm not on the strategic plan committee, but I'm happy to sit in on it. But just to maybe start assigning some duties and get some people started on what they should be doing.
Sure. I mean, I can, let me see if I'll find a little time to just review what kind of the work that Sam and I had done, I don't know, a little over a year ago now, I think, to sort of outline what needed to be done. And I'll send that information out to the planning committee members, and then we can maybe find a time.
CC me on that too, Tim, if you don't mind.
What's that?
CC me, please, too.
Okay. You won't be able to join us, Bob, because we already have like 4 board members on that.
No, I'm not trying to join. I just want to kind of stay current. So who's on there? Sharon and Becky and who else?
It's Sue and Sharon and Becky, and now I'm forgetting.
And Lori Sable was going to help.
Yeah, Lori Sable was going to be on there as well, right?
Okay, great. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to. If you can just CC me on there.
Yeah.
I got enough to do with life, but that'd be great. Okay, Sharon, anything else?
Could we get when you send that outline of what we need to do? Could you put times and dates on that so that we have something to kind of follow, so it doesn't kind of keep, if you have a deadline, it's more likely to actually get done instead of drifting for another year or so.
Right. Yep.
Tim, can I just suggest that those on the board members should at least review the mission statement? Because I know that was like the first thing on the to-do list, is to look at the mission statement and see what we like, what we didn't like. Do we need to add something? So I think that's a great first step, that we can at least go to the November meeting with all of us at least having read that and maybe having a small
Yeah,
discussion.
that's an excellent point, Becky. Everybody should take a look at that mission statement.
And that mission statement, I believe, is on the library's website. If you go to the About section, I believe there's a link to it there.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's great. Anything else, Sue or Sharon, as members of the?
No, I'd be very happy to have a roadmap and dates.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Maurice Thibodeau's still not here with us because the Friends are having their meeting. Okay, thanks. I'm not trying to rush everybody, but I'm trying to be respectful of Cindy Knox's time. So we're pretty close here. 6:44. 6:40. Approval of minutes from the meeting on September 17th. Has everybody had a chance to read over Cindy's minutes? Has anybody had a chance to read over the minutes?
Yeah.
They were great job as usual.
All right.
Right.
So I'll hear a motion to accept Cindy's minutes for the September 17th meeting. Anybody move
I
it?
so move. Sharon?
Sharon Kowalski moves.
I second.
Deborah Faust Clancy seconds. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. We'll start with a roll call vote. Bob Gardner, aye. Deborah Faust Clancy.
Aye.
Sharon Solaski.
Aye.
All right. Sue Kennedy.
Aye.
Cindy Lavin.
Aye.
Becky Campana.
Aye.
It's great to have all these names to call out. Miss Liddy, don't feel bad that we can't ask you to vote yet. Okay, super. Thank you. Now, Treasurer's Report. Sue Kennedy, Treasurer's Report.
Yeah, I attached it yesterday, I think. Let me pull it up.
Yep.
We began the month with 179,857 and 58 cents. We had and ended with 179,998 and 1 cent. Just interest, no.
Okay. If I could just say something, as a little follow-up, I know we had some discussion in the past about board members signing and whatever, and I know Tim got a copy of an email from Town Manager Robert Pointe-Briand. I guess the most important thing from my standpoint, my point of view, is that we as the board of the library have at least some knowledge of what's getting paid out. And Tim says in that Munis report that he filed, and we got a copy of, it's in there. So
yeah, I did include a sort of a first quarter report out of Munis, which I'm happy to. It is a little takes a little deciphering. It's like sort of trying to read Shakespeare in a way. But if anybody has any questions about that, I can pull it up and we can take a look when we get to the director's report part of the discussion here.
I'd like to see that. I think it would be great if you could pull it up online
All right.
when you get ready.
Yep.
okay.
I am still very uncomfortable with not having trustees sign off on bills. I have read all the things, I have listened to everything, and I still feel that a trustee should be signing off on the bills. Again, if I'm the only one that feels that way, I will shut up, but I'm uncomfortable. And I would like to either discuss it further at another meeting, have it be a real agenda item, or even call for a vote, even if it's a straw vote. I just would like to know if there's other people that are feeling uncomfortable about it as well. Just because the town manager position has changed and is now a manager rather than an administrator doesn't mean that our role has changed. And
I think
I just don't like us going completely hands off on these bills. Just me seeing the municipal court, it's not the same thing as Sue or me or somebody going in and seeing them and signing them. I would defer to what Sue feels about that, because I think she's got a lot more knowledge in that area than I do. So can you help me out on this?
Cindy, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's absolutely part of the oversight of the board. And
Yes.
I think particularly during the COVID time when it's closed is the only way we can really see what's going on. Did the PPE get ordered on time? Is it, and all this kind of thing. But the only place I disagree is I think we've already voted on this and discussed it at several meetings. And I'm just trying to get it done.
No,
Cindy, I just wanted to say something. I'm not taking sides on this, but I haven't had a chance to do any research. But I know the town manager sent a email in the outlined
yes,
statement.
I read it.
Yeah, I read it too, but I haven't really digested it, or I haven't done any research. But Tim, let me ask you this. Is it a big inconvenience for you if we have at least one or more members of the library board come down and sign these bills for you?
It is an inconvenience, yes, because it is, it's something that then we have to plan around it, especially now that, we're in COVID time. It is sometimes challenging to get, to get these things done on a schedule. It's not a huge inconvenience, but it's not, in my opinion, it is not necessary, and it's not a productive use of anyone's time.
Well, I think the board can judge what's productive use of their time.
Yeah.
Well, sure, but I'm going to be direct here, and I'm going to say that I don't think it's necessary. I think it's micromanaging, quite frankly, and because we have the town manager, we have Lisa Gabri in the accounting and finance taking a look at all this stuff. They see it every day. Everything I submit gets, if there's any questions, I hear about it from them. So that's what I'm saying. They're on top of this stuff, like I said, every day. And, I'm happy to provide the board. You can, if you want to do this, then, I'll do my best to make this happen, so you can come in and look at the bills before I send them in. But again, it's not necessary, and I don't think that it's a productive use of anyone's time.
Well,
I have a suggestion. Bob.
Board members. Go ahead, Debbie.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were talking.
Well, I just wanted to say, Tim, I don't think it's so much me, but I'm hearing other board members that are saying that they feel more comfortable, having some direct oversight. So.
Okay, but
my suggestion, let's hold off on this a little bit longer, because if you looked at that report that Tim included with his link to tonight's meeting,
yeah,
all of the bills are listed except for, Tim, you mentioned there are some bills that aren't listed. It's PPE for the town and other stuff.
yeah, the town has been getting the town is being reimbursed for a lot of PPE expenses from the CARES Act funding. So that whenever we're purchasing PPE related, well, anything, whether it's, disinfectants or, shields for the desks or whatever, that is being put into a separate line item that is not showing up in the library's budget. It's something that's being managed out of the accounting and finance office.
So I was thinking, and I'm throwing it out there. I just thought of it, the bills that is in that report that Tim puts together. Maybe if we could initial that report prior to the bills going off or something, it will still give us the control that we seek. But at the same, I understand where everybody's coming from. We still want to control the bills. And I know Tim is like fed up thinking, oh my God, they come in, they sign them. They don't even know what they're signing. So I see both sides, but at the same time, since we're the board, unfortunately, Tim, you got to listen to who your boss is, whether you think it's a great idea or not. We've all had bosses that we didn't think they had great ideas, but we don't come right out and say, you're micromanaging me, blah, 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 blah. That's the road to hell, frankly. But anyway, let's see if there's some other way that we can give him a little latitude, but still find a way to initial that report or something. Is anybody understanding what I'm saying here?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I understand, Debbie. I like the road to hell meetings.
But yeah, we want to go over Tim's report. We only have 8 more minutes, so I think we should go over the report. And if there's time, maybe we can go over to this Munis. But he only has 8 minutes left.
Right. Maybe we could ask Cindy if she can give us 10 more minutes, shall we?
Cindy Knox?
Well, we can get done now.
Oh, I don't see why not.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. That's very gracious of you.
Well, you're welcome.
Hey, I hope you get paid like overtime or comp time for that. No, don't laugh. I'm serious, really.
You get extra PPE, Cindy.
Extra PPE, yeah. I think this is number 103 meeting.
Really? Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm learning so much, though.
I bet.
So can you all see the report on the screen? Okay, good.
Yeah, that's great. I was amazed that you pay the landscapers every 2 weeks, but I shouldn't be, but it's interesting.
Well, they bill us, they sort of bill us monthly for the mowing, and then, they've been coming in, I don't know, once a month for, to do weeding, and, they did a whole big mulching project earlier on in the year. So, yeah.
No, it's hard. I went through a little bit of it, and it's really interesting to see, even salaries, 30 grand a month. That's interesting.
Yeah. And then this, this 54,000 is obviously, it's all the materials, the books and the stuff that we put on the shelves and make available to people.
I don't know if you guys think, like, how can we help Tim get this done, but at the same time, we have some assurance that the bills are getting paid, the amount of bills that are being sent. What? Somebody said something. Can we have, I don't know, Lisa Gabri say, here's the amount of bills that we got, and I don't know, some sort of.
This report is basically what I wanted. This satisfies me. I don't feel that I have to come in and physically put my signature on it, as long as I'm seeing what's going on. We are fiscally on the hook.
Right.
And I'm not good about numbers, but I am good about my reputation. So I don't want to be just giving a blanket okay to whatever anybody wants to do. So, okay, maybe we've gotten past that point of people coming in and physically signing, but I do want this type of report from time to time. I don't know how frequently they come out. This is a first quarter. I don't know what,
Cindy, I can provide one of these reports, I mean, every month. I mean, I print these out from the Munis system. So
okay,
if you like, I can do this monthly, just include it as part of the director's report,
yeah. You know
or
what?
I can do,
That is what I
That
would
would
like.
take care of it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with that, Tim.
That would
Tim, why
satisfy
don't we try
me.
that then?
What
Okay.
about you, Sue? Why don't you say something?
And I'm still looking at it. What bills are not included in this?
So right now, most of the, anything COVID related. So we're getting, I mean, some stuff we are purchasing, and then I'm sending those bills in, and they're going to, they're being coded separately to a different account. We're actually getting stuff, just basically direct from Chuck Schultz, the facilities director, because he periodically comes over and drops off just a load of wipes or whatever from the stockpile that he's got. The other thing that isn't included in this report, but I can also generate a report for it, is the state aid funding that we have. So that's a separate pot of money.
That's good.
So that I can show you. Well, I can show you what we spent last year. The accounting and finance department still they're still working on closing out fiscal year 2020. So everything from 2020 is more or less done, but there's there may still be some last expenses that are going to get added to the budget. But I can so I wasn't able to generate, actually I'm not even sure if we've spent any money out of I don't think we've spent anything out of state aid yet this year. So right now though, that balance,
2020?
what's that?
This year, 2020?
Fiscal year 2020, which ended in ended June 30th.
Right.
I have, what I can do is I will generate a report of the money that was spent out of state aid, and I can send that to everybody.
Great. That's
And
great.
then it'll look a lot like this. And then yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't believe we've spent anything out of the state aid funds for fiscal 2021 yet. There will be some charges going into it, and it's mostly the big expenses that we billed to state aid last year were for the new circulation desks. So and some of the associated like electrical work and other things that went along with that project. So
So can I just interrupt Tim for a second? Do all the board members understand what Tim's going to do? Is that sufficient for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
That's okay by me.
Yes.
All right.
Could we get the state one, even if it is zero, so that we know that it's zero? Just
Yep.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Tim, are you
Tim,
happy with that?
question?
Yep, I am.
Somebody's got a question. Somebody's got a question.
Yeah, it's Becky. I just have a question for Tim. For the PPE, will the funding be 100%, or will there end up being a possible cost to the library at some point? Do you know that?
My understanding is that I think the funding is 100%, as far as I'm aware.
Excellent. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I mean, I guess it's the moderator here. Is everybody satisfied? All the board members and Tim, everybody satisfied with that?
I still think we need to discuss how this works for us. In other words, how do we do this? How do we see these before he sends them over, after, or we just look at it afterwards? I want to set up a process so everybody knows what the process is.
All right, Tim, I thought you said you sent them over, like, you report to us every board meeting.
Well, there's the bills, there's a warrant article that goes to goes in every 2 weeks, basically.
Yeah.
So, I will be, the deadline for paying bills out of the next warrant is the end of the day next Wednesday for the next warrant. So it's like the eighth one of the year. So between now and next Wednesday, I will be, inputting bills into Munis so that they can be paid, and I'll be making copies of the invoices to send into to town hall, and that's what I have done in the past. Was to print out basically just a proof sheet of the invoices that were being paid that warrant period, and then one of the board members was coming in and signing that. But
So Tim, not to interrupt you, but to answer Deborah's question, we would see that after it's been paid, right? At the next director.
yes, so
report.
right, so
Okay.
you'd get them if we're going to do this report like this every month. Typically,
Yeah.
you'll see 2 or possibly 3, depending on where the warrant dates fall.
Okay.
Possibly, 2 to 3 periods where bills have been paid.
All right. Deborah, does that answer the question?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if that's too often or not. I don't know if once a quarter is fine. It depends on what we want.
How about if he includes it in the director's report once a month?
Yeah,
I
why
think
don't we
that's
try
the
it
best
monthly?
way right there. Yeah.
Once a month with the report.
Yeah.
Tim, is that okay with you?
Yep,
Would you-
that is
Personally,
Cindy,
I would like the once a month. Yeah, I'd really like the once a month, not once a quarter. And the reason is because, but if something goes astray, I think that a month is plenty of time to catch it, at least for people that are financially savvy. Every 2 weeks, not necessary. Once a month, and it doesn't have to be before you send the bills in. After, that's fine.
Now, here's another question. Our bylaws say we have to sign, I think, doesn't it? I don't know.
I looked through the bylaws a month or so ago, Deborah, and I didn't see it anywhere in there.
Oh, good.
Great.
That's good to hear.
Yes.
I think it was. I think it was. I don't think it was a bylaw necessarily. At one point, it was probably just an operating procedure. So.
Right.
all
So,
right, so
Yes.
not that I'm trying to rush everybody, but it seems like we've got an agreement here. Is that?
Yes.
So I will. Yeah, I will provide a report that looks like this to the board with my monthly director's report.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. And Tim, I didn't mean to imply that you were on your way to Hades. I thought that was interesting.
No, I'm on my. It's fine, Bob. I'm sure there are other reasons why I'm on my way to Hades, so it's no big deal.
You're on your way to Leominster. Okay, so let's see. Getting back to the agenda. The next item on the agenda is, I've got all these papers in my lap here.
It's the director's report, Bob.
oh, Jesus, we didn't even get to that. Okay.
Were there, any questions about the September report?
No, I'm all set.
No, looks great, Tim.
Okay.
Okay, and then what's the next item on the agenda?
Don't we have to approve the report before we move on?
I don't think so. Not the director's
Yeah.
report. No.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't think we do, but,
just the minutes.
all right, so new business and board questions.
Only the minute.
Well, I mean, I did mention about the book sale has been postponed a week because of the weather forecast. Anything else? Any board-
Yes. One more thing.
Yeah.
I would like to take this moment to congratulate Mr. Bob Gardner on his most recent nuptials.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Woohoo! You old dog, you.
Well, if you give an old dog enough time, even an old dog can find a bone. And
Right, so
that isn't meant to say my bride is the bone. We had a lovely little ceremony in our backyard, and there were 49 people there. We stayed within the governor's mandate. So,
Good.
excellent. I just want to say, just so that we're staying with what we've done, on last month's meetings, we did motion to approve the director's report. So if we're supposed to stay consistent, it was voted on last
We
month.
never had a director's report until a year ago. So,
Becky, I got a little saying about consistency, but I won't share it. Well, I will share it with everybody. Consistency is the hobgoblin of small minds, but that's not your mind. So, do I hear a motion to accept the director's report?
I motion to accept the report.
All right. So Becky motioned and Sharon
I'll
seconded.
second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Bob Gardner, roll call vote. Aye. Becky,
Aye.
Sharon,
Aye.
Deborah,
aye.
Susan,
Aye.
Cindy.
Aye.
Okay, we have a unanimous vote, no opposition. Okay, so do we hear a motion? Anything else we need to discuss, everybody?
I have one question for Tim.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Tim, what is your target date for having the building open for computer access to the public?
It's going to depend on a couple of things. One is completion of the Lexan shields, which have been delayed, unfortunately, because the manufacturer has had some labor shortages, but I'm hoping to get those in within the next couple of weeks. The other thing...
Can you hang up clear shower curtains? Those would do the job, and I've seen them used in other libraries.
Yeah, we can. I mean, we're going to have to move some furniture around too, and kind of basically where we want to put the computers is currently where we are staging all of the curbside pickup packaging. So,
I'm just very concerned for the public who do not have computer access, and they have always depended on the library, and they've been out of luck for 7 months. I'm really concerned about getting them into the library as soon as possible.
No, and I share your concern, Sharon. And the other thing that we're working on right now is we've gotten the okay from the state to move ahead with deploying the hotspots and the tablet devices that we got. So we're working on that right now. That will help some of the folks that right now are coming and either sitting on the library steps with a laptop or sitting in their car with a laptop, and connecting to the Wi-Fi.
But people that don't have a laptop.
Yes, I understand, and as as soon as we can safely open the building, we will do it. That is, I mean, I wish I could give you a firm date, but it's been a changing situation, and we're moving as quickly as we can with kind of the limited staffing that we have. Again, I'm trying to make make it possible to do this as safely as we can, so that none of the staff gets sick. I mean, to this point, no town employee in Ayer has contracted COVID. Just learned this earlier this week. We had our first I attended the first sort of town department heads meeting in 7 months. So that is good news from that perspective. And I don't want the library to be the first place in town to have somebody get infected.
Tim, I have a question.
Yes.
So right now you have the staging set up for the curbside where the computers used to be. So where are they?
No, what we want to do is actually move the computers from where they used to be. We want to move just a couple of them over to, this is closer to the door, to the main entrance. So if we let people into the building, they don't have to come very far into the building. And we can just keep them kind of in the entryway, as opposed to having them walk.
That's a great idea.
Walk into the where the computer, I mean, Bob, you know where the computers are now,
Yeah, I know.
sort of in the, in the middle of the adult, book section. So
Yeah, they'd probably be moved over by Samantha's desk, right?
exactly, right.
Yeah,
So
that would be good
Samantha's
for you.
Samantha's desk is no longer there. And we've
Yeah.
kind of opened up that space and put a bunch of, tables in there where we're staging all the books that people are requesting.
Yeah, plus you can keep an eye on them better right there too.
So that's that is our tentative plan for, creating a space to make accessible some of the public computers. And I mean, I will say that, my goal is to do this obviously before it gets too cold and people, the people who are like outside right now, don't have to freeze if they're, trying to get access to the Wi-Fi or whatever. So
Yeah.
we're gonna,
And Tim, there are a lot of old time people like my age that, don't have laptops, or don't have tablets. I happen to,
I mean,
different-
the other issue is that, I mean, we're not a lot of the libraries that are, opening up some computer access are, I don't think I've seen one yet that's saying that, you'll be able to get help from a library staffer if you come in to use the computer. The computers are there. If you're not sure what you need to do, or, you're struggling with it, most libraries are saying, find a friend, or, bring someone with you to, to help out. So that's,
Tim, I have another question. If
Yep.
you have computers over there where Samantha's desk used to be,
yep.
what about the cabling? The cables all have to move, printers.
Well, we're fortunate that there are data ports in that area. So we just have to connect those data ports to the, to the switches down in the basement. And that's not a big deal. We can do that. I can do that. So that's something that, we won't have to bring somebody in to do it necessarily. We'll just, move a few plugs around downstairs and it should work.
So
Hey, Tim,
Tim, this is Sue. I just, I remember you made that, sent us the proposal on reopening last spring.
Mhm.
That was pretty much what the Massachusetts Libraries, what is it, association or whatever it is. And according to that, the library was going to reopen for 2 hours a day when we reached the next level, which was the beginning of July. So I know there are things that need to be done, but see, I would have thought that they would have been done in May or June, preparing to open in July for 2 hours a day. So sometime, I know you said you can't give us a time, but here we are mid-October, it really is a time to set a date when we can get this done.
I hear you, Sue, and I don't know what to say other than, I mean, everything that we've been trying to do has taken, I think, longer than we thought it would. Longer than we thought it would to get some supplies, longer than we thought it would, to get certain things, organized. Again, we're still working with, only 5 staff in the building at any one time. So that, and, a lot of that staff time gets taken up, with the curbside service. So there isn't a lot of free time to, to do some of these other things. And that's,
Maybe you should
trying-
change the staffing to full staff a couple days a week.
Okay.
And then you would have people there to be able to do the work.
Right. And we've discussed that, and it's a balancing act. So if we start bringing more people in, then, we're increasing the risk that if, somebody gets exposed, then everybody's going to get exposed. So, it's something that, I'm thinking about all the time. And, we're, just checking with the staff all the time to make sure, everybody's still comfortable doing what we're doing. And, are you comfortable? Is the staff comfortable with, us going to the next step? So, you know, right now we're seeing an increase in cases statewide. So, you know, and this is kind of what I thought was going to happen, you know, as we went into the fall. So, you know, we're just trying to operate as best we can and as safely as we can. So, you know, I guess that's all I can say at this point. I will, other than, you know, I am aware of the need for, you know, to make these computers available for folks, and we're working toward that as quickly as we can.
It's getting, what time is it? About quarter after. I hate to impose on Cindy Knox. Any other questions from any board members?
One, would it be possible, Tim, for you to ask your staff to devote some gray matter to this question and see what the staff says with regards to their suggestions on how to get a couple computers available to the public?
Yep. No, absolutely. Yep. I mean, like I said, I talk about these things on a weekly basis with, you know, with Samantha and with Amy and with Barbara, and then, you know, they're talking with the rest of the staff that they're working with. Again, you know, we're always trying to, you know, make sure everybody's on the same page and comfortable with what's going on.
I understand. It's a weird situation. Okay.
Anything else, everybody?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
I second the motion.
So Deborah made the motion to adjourn. Sharon Slosky, I think, was the first I heard to second it. Start with a roll call vote. Start with Sharon Slosky,
Aye.
Cindy Lavin,
Aye.
Becky Campana,
Aye.
Deborah Faust Clancy,
Aye.
Sue Kennedy. Sue,
Aye.
you want to adjourn? Okay, that's an aye. Bob Gardner votes aye, so it's unanimous. All right, thank you very much.